Hi friends, my name is Sophie. For anybody that's new here, I'm a yoga teacher, qualified personal trainer, dance teacher and doctor, and I'm sharing a practice today for runners. This is going to be largely a mobility kind of flow for runners to ease out areas of the body that commonly feel uncomfortable, stiff, sore after some of your long runs. So I really hope you enjoy. I've kind of intentionally kept it rather no frills. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you find it accessible and useful in your running journey. So let's get started. We're going to just start by grounding, just arriving on our mat this morning. So roll out your mat. It doesn't even matter if you haven't got a mat. If you just do this in your living room, when you've just got back from a run, just sit down. Obviously you've let your heart rate come down already. And just close your eyes and just take a couple of moments to arrive to ground. Just really observe how the body is feeling. Maybe you've just been on your run and you're warm and sweaty. In certain areas the body feel tight or tense. Or maybe you've just woken up and you're doing this in the morning the day after a long run. Whenever, just observe how you're feeling. Just observe. And just draw your attention to your breath for a moment. Notice the inhale and the exhale. That breath that maybe if you're a runner, you're really used to observing the breath. You might be used to timing your strides with your breath. But in yoga practice, we can really use the breath to help still our minds. Okay. Couple of breaths here, just arriving this morning. Feeling the sense of the inhale. Do you notice it in the nostrils, the abdomen, the chest? Where do you feel the breath entering the body? Good. See if you can soften the brow. Some of you will be clenching the back teeth or frowning or making all sorts of contortions with the face. Just see if you can soften everything. Allow a sense of ease into the face. Good. Last one. Good. And when you're ready, take a big breath in, open through the chest. Inhale, send the thumbs behind you. And then exhale, round your spine. Send one arm over the top of the other. Allow the face to come inwards. Inhale, lift. Open through the chest, open through the shoulders. Exhale. Round the spine, other arm comes over the top this time. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, open to a nice broad cactus. Send your elbows behind you, open through the chest. So many of us when we run with a bit of a stoop. We shouldn't do really, we should be running with our chest up and lifted. But if you are someone that tends to stoop a little, open through the chest here. Enjoy the sense of openness. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, plant one hand down, reach the other arm high, and then gently draw the body over for a seated side bend. Maybe gaze up past the elbow. Couple of breaths here. Good, one more breath. Lovely. And release, other arm lift. Inhale, stretch, grow it tall towards the sky. Exhale, draw the body over. Breathe into the side of the body. Feel the awareness over the hip. Maybe you've noticed something down the side body. Maybe it's over the hip. For me, it goes straight over the hip as well. For you, it'll depend. We all have different bodies and that's fine. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, draw the chest forward and the arms away from you. Open through the shoulders and chest. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, bring the hands down. Let's come to tabletop position. Get the spine moving this morning. So, place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. You can keep the toes tucked if it helps you feel a bit more stable, or release the toes. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone high, lift the chin. And then exhale, round your spine, engage the abdominal muscles, press the ground away and open through the upper back. Inhale, tailbone lifts, chin lifts, breathing in. Exhale, rounding. Good, couple more here. Really great postures to do first thing in the morning, these are. Good, couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Final one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Sit the weight back. We're going to come to a downwards facing dog in just a moment, but before that we're going to release our calves and Achilles on the way. So come back to your tabletop position. Extend your right leg out behind you, no higher than the hip. And then from here, plant it on the left side of your mat. My light's in the way, but plant it on the left side of your mat as far over as you can. I'm going to move a little bit further over so hopefully you can see better. And then turn your whole body down, look at the foot, and feel a sense of openness down the side body and over the right hip. Good. And now extend that same leg back behind you. And then plant it down on the ground. Press your weight back into your heel and start to release the calf and the Achilles. Just pressing the body back into the calf, feeling it up where it inserts near the back of the knee. Good. And place that foot back down on the ground. Now extend your left leg out behind you. Take a breath in. And then plant it over the other side. Turn the whole body round to look at the foot and feel that nice stretch down the side body and maybe even over the hip. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. Good, and then come all the way back to the top of the mat. Stretch the leg out behind you, plant the foot on the ground, and start to ease the weight back, as if you're trying to send the heel down to the mat. Really feeling that release on the back of the calf. Those two heads of gastrocnemius as they come up the back of the calf, just feeling it right up quite high up near the back of the knee. Then lift your hips, try and get the weight off your hands and start to pedal out your feet into your first downwards facing dog. So hips are lifted and you really might feel a little bit more extension on the Achilles and calves here, and you might even notice the tops of the hamstrings starting to wake a little. Good, just pedaling from heel to heel whilst you wake the backs of the legs up, and then maybe looking towards each armpit as you pedal. And as you do that, you might feel a bit more of a release down the side body. Good, lower the knees down, release the toes. Good, take a little wardrobe rearrange if that's what you need, like I do. Plant your hands once again, lift your hips high, and then inhale, send the right leg high for a three-legged dog. Plant the foot to the top of your mat and find runner's lunge. And then heel toe the foot a little bit wider here and place the hands on the inside of the leg. Allow the hips to drop a little as you really open into the back hip flexor. Good, and then lift your hips high once again and find your downwards facing dog. Good, this time lift your left leg high. Step it to the top of your mat, nice and wide, and bring the hands on the inside of the foot. Good, just ease into your, was initially like a runner's lunge, we're coming a bit more towards a lizard lunge really. A bit more towards a lizard. Lovely. And from here, bring the hand on the outside of the foot, step the back foot in, and find a bent legged. So we've got the legs nice and bent. Forward fold, Uttanasana. So send your chest down. Really feel the release in the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Maybe give them a little rub as you bring your awareness to them. Lovely. And when you get there, see if you can draw up the lower belly, up and in. And it'll like create a vacuum and help you get that chest that little bit closer to the legs. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. So flatten off your back, open through the shoulders. Nice release down the hamstrings, also lengthening through the back. Inhaling. And then exhaling into your forward fold. And then drop your hips down. Inhale your arms high, lift the body up. Looking up at the thumbs now. We're going to come and get back down to those hip flexors a little bit more. So send the chest down, plant your hands, step your left leg back, and then plant your left knee. So nice low lunge. And shuffle the back leg as far back as you need to until you feel that left hip flexor, you know, towards the top of the groin crease, start to release. And maybe you can heel toe your right foot a little bit wider and allow your hands to come into the center of the mat. Now for some of you, this might feel good. If it feels too much, you might like to place your hands on a block or on a book, something else that just helps you stay lifted. So wherever feels good. Good. And then tuck your toes and lift your hips. Find your downwards facing dog once again. And this time, see if you can start to send your chest towards your thighs. Get the weight right off the hands. Maybe have a gentle bend in the knees if it feels better for you. Look to the top of your mat and send your left foot high. Release the back knee. And then bring the hands on the inside of that front foot. Heel toe the left foot a little bit wider if you need. And we're really opening through the front of this hip. Have a little side to side with the weight if it feels good. Good, one more time. Tuck your toes, lift your hips and find your downwards facing dog once again. Now, this time, right leg steps through, lower your back knee and just see if you'd like to start to walk the elbows down onto the mat. If you get there and you think, oh my gosh, that's way too much, just ease your way out. You know, there's no prizes for overstretching and over pushing. Lovely. Tuck your back toes, step the foot back through, find your downwards facing dog. Then step your left leg to the top of the mat once again, hands on the inside of the foot. Option, see if the forearms can come down. And just notice any differences between the two sides. What is my hair doing? Notice any differences between the two sides. And be okay with it. Be like, okay, bring awareness to it, notice it. And just make sure you're paying the two sides, the same amount of attention. Not bringing any self-criticism or anything like that to the two sides. Lovely. Step that foot back. Now this time, find your downwards facing dog. Lift your right leg, and you might find that right leg lifts that bit easier. Step it to the top of your mat. Plant your left hand and lift your right arm high. Take a nice thoracic twist, open through the chest. Inhale. And then take a couple of sweeps of the shoulder and the arm. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Plant your hand back down. Look to the top of your mat. Step your foot in. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, lift your hips, and then draw the body up. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Good. From here, lift your right foot into your right hand and take the left hand high. So you might like to start by coming up to extended mountain, get your balance, get the weight in all corners of the feet, and then right hand to right foot here. Okay, when you get there, if you're arching your back, you're not going to feel the benefit in the quad. So tuck your tailbone, draw it down, maybe press squeeze the glutes and tuck your tailbone under, okay? And you'll really feel the extension move to deeper in the muscle belly. These quads, if you've been running, have been working hard. Good, one more breath here. Well done, and another. Good. Plant that foot back down. Inhale, high lunge. Feel that openness across the hip once again. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the front foot to the back, and find your downwards facing dog. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Right hand comes a little bit wider. Inhale, left arm wide. Inhale as you sweep the arm around. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. One more. Inhale on the way up. Exhale, hand frames the front foot. Look forward, step the front foot in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now this time as you come to your forward fold, see if you can lift your hips and start to extend the backs of the legs that little bit more.
as you send the chest forward. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep the arms. Draw them all the way high, extended mountain. Gazing up at your thumbs. And then bring the head forward. Shift the weight into the right leg as you start to find the left foot to the left hand. Now, once again, bring your knees together. Draw your tailbone down and feel the heat move deeper into the muscle belly of the left quadriceps. Nice stretch here. Good, one more breath. And then release that hand down, step the foot back, inhale your arms high. Good, feel the spaciousness down the sides of the body. Exhale the hands down. Good, lower your back knee. Step the foot in, take a brief pause in child's pose. Soften the belly. So many of us are always squeezing our bellies in, sucking it in, whatever. Just soften everything for a moment. One more breath. Good, come all the way up. Send your right leg to the top of your mat. Find half split. So you're supporting knees underneath the hip. Your toes are being drawn towards the face. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, hands come down. Option to have a micro bend in the knee if keeping the leg straight is too much. Walk the hands slightly forward. Allow the chest to come down. Maybe the knee touches, maybe the head touches the knee. Maybe it doesn't. It does what it does and that's okay. Couple of breaths here, really releasing the hamstrings. One more breath. Good, come all the way up. Now the leg that's out in front is going to come out sideways. Might turn, actually I'll stay here. Leg's going to come out sideways. And you're quite simply going to tuck your back toes under and sit the weight back for an adductor release. So come down onto the forearms. Allow the head to come down. Couple of breaths here. Feel the release on the inside of the thigh. One more breath. Good, come all the way up. Now you might like to have a little stretch of the plantar fascia. A band of fascia running underneath the foot. So tuck your toes, sit the weight back and just see if you can tolerate some sensation. Not working with pain, but just tolerating some sensation. It's also a great stretch for all of the muscles around, like, the metatarsals, the toes. Really great release. One more breath. Good, release the toes and send the left leg up to the top of your mat. So draw the toes towards the face. Option, I'm wearing so much fluff from my rug here. Draw the toes towards the face. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, plant the hands down. Allow the forehead to come down. Release the back of the leg. In your half split Ardha Hanumanasana. And maybe you can gaze towards the toes if you're trying to keep your back nice and long. And maybe allow the head to come down towards the knee. Good, one more breath. Well done, come all the way up. Now the leg that's at the front, I need to turn sideways for this. So the leg that's at the front is going to come to the side, okay? The other side, I mean, so that you can actually see. Because otherwise I end up hitting the wall. Sit the weight back. I've just manoeuvred a little so I can remain facing this way. Sit the weight back, feel that release on the adductor. Allow the head to come down. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. Good. Lift the body. Now, we are quite simply going to come to some options. So, nice release of the external hip rotators, the muscles around the hips, the glutes.
piriformis, all these muscles that bother us sometimes, can bother our lower back as well sometimes. So options here, folks, is to come to a three-legged dog, bring your knee towards your right elbow, and then lower the body down. So this would be your pigeon variation. Option 1 is here, okay? My right heel is driving towards my left hip, and I'm inhaling my chest. And the place that you're trying to feel it is in your right glutes, okay? So send your chest down. You can interlace the fingers as you allow the head to come down if you like, and take a few breaths here. Good. Now, you can bring the hands over towards the right and engage a little bit of a side bend to release down the left side of the body whilst you're here in your nice pigeon. And I'm going to give you an option, so if you get them and you think that's way too much for me, I've got an option coming for you, okay? Bring the hands over, so hang tight, give me 2 minutes, and I'll give you a second option. One more breath. And then lift the body. Plant your hands, lift your hips, find your downwards facing dog. And then lift your left leg and set your left leg up. Now, for the people that thought pigeon was too much, you do exactly the well, not exactly the same. It's a similar posture. Come onto your backs, cross your right foot over your left knee. So this would be option 1 here, yeah? You'll still feel some openness through the hip. Option 2 is to thread the needle for your reclined figure 4, or reclined pigeon as it's also known, yeah? So this is a great option. What we're doing really is just bringing that foot into a similar position, and the knee into a similar position, and the hip into a similar position as it is when we were forward on the mat just then. So choose the one that's right for you, whichever one is best for your body, okay? If you were going for that pigeon on the other side, we went through three-legged dog, and then we brought the left knee up towards the left wrist. Extend the right leg out behind you. Lift the chest, look straight ahead, breathing in. And then send the whole body down. Come to your forward in your pigeon, also known as sleeping swan. Keeping that left hip grounded and really feeling that sensation across the left hip. Couple of breaths here. Good, one more. Well done. And then walk your hands over towards the left. Feel extension down the side body. Good, and then bring them the other way. As far over as feels okay for your body. Good, well done. Come back. Let's lift all the way up. Extend both feet out in front of you. Place the hands next to you. Grow your head tall to the sky. Press the ground away. Open through the chest. And then soften the jaw. Some of you will start clenching. Just soften the jaw. Good. We're going to, from here, just roll down onto our backs. Lovely. And then bring your knees in. Bring your knees into your chest. And send them over towards the right side of your mat. And from here, arms can come out sideways. You can use your right hand to encourage the left knee down, and you can bring the left arm out beside you. I don't have much room in here, so I'm going to take it as far out as I can. Feel a nice openness through the chest, a gentle twist, and you might feel some heat on this band down the outside of the leg and over the hip. So we've got a thoracic twist happening at the same time as release down the outside of the hip, at the same time as opening through the left chest and shoulder. If you'd like some more with the left chest and shoulder, you can bring your arm to a cactus position.
See where you can find some space for your breathing, maybe in the left side body here, over the left ribs. Good, one more breath. Good. Come all the way up. Hug your knees into your chest and have a nice side to side. Good. And then send both knees over towards the other side. Bring your right arm the same height as the shoulders, open through the shoulders and chest. Turn to look at the right hand. Encourage the left hand to ease the knees down towards the ground. And once again, tune in that band sensation on the outside of the leg, the twist in the spine, the openness through the chest. Fabulous posture this is for getting into so many places in the body. Good, one more breath. And then lift your knees, hug them back into your chest. Good, extend the feet out, come to a 5-pointed star. Lift the arms overhead, full body stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, release. One more time, big breath in, stretch. The fingers point the toes. Release the body. Let it go. Well done. Optional add-on for the front of the hips once again, but it's a supported variation. And then gently lower the body down. Now you want the block or the cushion bulk to basically be underneath the sacrum. You don't want it in the small of the back. And then you want to extend the legs out. Delicious sense of spaciousness across the fronts of the hips. Okay, it feels really good. You can take the arms over the head. It is a bit of a back bend as well. You can take the arms over the head, but if that doesn't feel good, just bring the hands in. A couple of breaths here. If your block's too high up your back, you'll know it'll feel uncomfortable. So if you need to maneuver it, go for it. It's worth setting it up properly. I've manoeuvred mine too low now. There we go. I always think about putting the cushion at the top of, imagine where a band would lie for a pair of low slung jeans. That's kind of where I aim it for me. Lovely, one more breath. And then lift the feet in, lift the hips. Just allow the back to ease back into the ground for a minute with a neutral spine before we bring knees to chest one last time. Good, one more breath. And then walk your knees in, hug them in. So bring the arms out sideways. Let's get rid of my brick. Open the feet. Connect with your breath. Close the eyes. And take a few moments of stillness today. Your body has worked hard. It works hard. If you're a runner, well, everybody, our bodies work hard no matter what, but you runners put a lot of, make a lot of demands on the body. So let's just take a moment to nurture, to be still, to appreciate that the body does what the body does for us, to appreciate your vessel that carries you through life. Just pause here, enjoying the breath.
Lovely, one more breath. Exhale. Lovely, well done. Well done for making this time to do something important for your body, and I'm always going to come back to your mind as well. Lovely. And your spirit and your soul. Come to a cross-legged position. Take a little roll of the shoulders as you come back. Thank you so much for joining me for this runner's mobility flow today, friends. It has been lovely to have you. Be well, and hopefully see you next time. If you enjoyed this flow, join my membership. It's an absolute bargain at $7.99 a month, and there are lots of different kinds of practices on there that can support your body, your well-being, your mind, and your soul. Thank you so much. Be well, friends.